Well, I'm going to try and not be a pessimist, but I don't think we're going to be getting out of our Champions League group this year. Hello there guys, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of Let's Go Hammers. I'm StuBo. Thank you very much for joining me in today's episode, where we are going to be playing against Fulham and Zenit St. Petersburg. If that sounds like a great plan for you, then please leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel for more Football Manager awesomeness. Full disclosure, it's 12:30 at night. I've literally been home for about an hour after seeing Spider-Man No Way Home, so at the moment I'm literally kind of like, yeah. So I'm a little bit excitable, but we're going to get into the game and we're going to hopefully win lots of stuff. Since you were last with me, let's have a quick show you. We've been very, very good. And before I quickly go through those results, however, mentioned in the intro, Champions League might be a bit difficult this season. Bayern Munich, Roma, Zenit St. Petersburg. What did we do to deserve that? That's the Bayern Munich who've won the Champions League twice in the last 4 years. We'll make of it what we can. We will make of it what we can. But other than all of that, we have been playing very well. You guys were with us when we were at the Watford game, and we utterly destroyed them 8-1. Since then, we beat Brentford. Apologies, Brentford fans. Beat Brentford 3-1. We were really not doing very well in this game. Mbeumo scored in the 47th minute. Took us until the 80th minute to break the deadlock, and it was Thomas Soucek with a pile driver of a goal. One of our first goals for the Bowen Award, and it was a fantastic goal. Got us back into the game. We ended up winning it, which was great. We then went to, we welcomed Bournemouth to the London Stadium, beat them 4-0. This game, Alvarez actually had an injury, which he's only just recovered from, so that was obviously not ideal. As you can see, however, Brenner stepped into his shoes perfectly, and he is looking like the striker we spent all that money on last season, so that's definitely a good thing. We then had a friendly just to get some of the players who were not having as much game time at this point a little bit more football, and then we went to Brighton and beat them 4-1. Brenner with another couple of goals, Zuma and Armada adding to that. We then got smashed in the Champions League by Bayern Munich. To be fair, it's Bayern Munich. What would you expect? But they did utterly destroy us at the Stadion München, I'm going to guess. Munich Stadium, basically. Although Brenner did get yet another goal. We then beat Leicester 1-0, which was quite lucky, actually, to be honest with you. We were quite lucky to get a result there. But then we went to Burnley in the Carabao Cup, and we smashed them 5-1. Arsene Zakarian, this lad might be a bit special. Hat-trick in one of his first starts for the club. Absolutely fantastic. 2 headed goals as well, and then one from inside the area as well. Looked world class in this game, and then Mancini and Alvarez on his return from his injury scoring as well, which leads all of that to the London Stadium today, where we're going to be playing Fulham, and then that will be Zenit St. Petersburg after that as well. So let's get to the team, shall we? This is the 11 we're hoping is going to take Fulham down today. Bottom of the table, Fulham at that. It's Lafont in goal, Livramento, Mancini, Zuma and Christiansen in defence, Rice and Soucek in midfield, with Bowen, Hadji and Zakarian supporting Brenner up front. Rice and Soucek because Ivan Ilic is just recovering from an injury and Yuri Tielemans has just had an injury. So both of our creative sources are out today. This is the midfield we played in the game against Burnley in the Carabao Cup, so hopefully they can do the business here as well. But with all of that said, West Ham versus Fulham. Let's go. So in terms of the league season so far, we have been very, very good. Only the one draw to sully all of the wins that we've had. Champions League, we've only had one game, obviously, and we lost that. But we've started the season well, and I'm very, very excited to see where we go from here, actually. Hopefully we can pick things up, in particular in the Champions League. But we have started really well. And that was a great attempt from Zakarian there to pass. He just couldn't quite get it there. And Cavalier now is going to hold up the ball, but unfortunately his pass is left wanting. Bowen now gets it out wide. Now to Hadji. Gets the ball from Livramento, looking to get the ball into Bowen. Bowen gets it in. Zakarian's there, and that was exactly how he scored in the last game, but he couldn't quite get there. I should explain as well, Thiago Almada currently out with an injury for 4 or 5 weeks. So Yanis Hadji is going to be our go-to attacking midfielder. Zakarian will probably be the backup for that. He's currently playing out wide when normally that is the position for Amine Gouiri. Gouiri had a really good start to the season, actually, and then had a couple of woeful games, and we've kind of put him out of the starting 11 just to kind of not teach him a lesson, that sounds a bit harsh, but you know what I mean, just to kind of reinforce that he needs to do better. Speaking of doing better, we really need to be doing better in this game. Giving a deep free kick away here, and Adebayo is there, nearly puts it in the back of the net. We're going to go to attacking, because we're having chances, we're just not having them on target, and it concerns me a little bit. I don't like it when we have games like this, when we have lots of chances but not many of them on target. I'm going to say one far from pleased. Not happy with your finishing. Ability to make a difference. Ability to make a difference. Lafont is inspired. That is good. I like that very much. Right, we're just going to get into the second half and hope for the best. And we're going to just demand a bit more from the team as well. We need to be doing better. They have had more shots on target than we have. So we need to do something about that. And hopefully, Yanis Hadji can do something about that too. But he didn't. However, I think now will go down as a shot on target that Gazaniga managed to hold on to. Right, big ball forward, looking for Elise, gets it to Carvalho. Banchini intercepts, but unfortunately, he didn't do a lot there, and Carvalho's shot is intercepted by Lafont. We need to be a little bit more careful than that. I mean, we have been by far and away the best team, but we need to start doing better, if I'm being completely honest with you. Jared Bowen's been anonymous today, so I think he is going to be a change we're going to make. We're going to make that change now. Bowen is going to come off. Souček is knackered out there as well, which is really not ideal. We are going to bring on... We're going to bring on Madueke, and we're going to put Zakarian out to the right-hand side. No, we're going to bring... Yeah. No, Guiri. Guiri's going to come on. We're going to do that. And then... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Hadji's going to go into the midfield, and then we are going to bring on... Madueke. Don't normally play him on this side, but we're going to try it today. We're going to have Yanis Hadji being the deep line playmaker. What's his tackling like? His tackling is 5. It's very, very low, and Zakarian's is 6. Okay, makes the decision for me. We'll put them that way around, and we'll see whether we can get something happening. And then we've got the final substitution. We can bring Alvarez on, hopefully, at some points. Okay, demand a bit more. We're going to go very attacking. No, actually, we're going to leave the highlight to go. Brentford and Manchester United 1-1. Brentford have had a good start, by the way. They got a draw against Liverpool on the opening day of the season, and considering Liverpool are champions of England and of Europe, that's an incredible result. Declan Rice is looking tired out there, but with the two midfielders out, with Illich and Tielemans out, there's not a lot we can do. We have got Mark Noble on the bench, but Mark Noble is not really a player I would want to bring on to change a game. What a ball that is to Brenner. Is Brenner onside? That is the question. The ball is in the back of the net, but it is given as a free kick. Brenner could not keep on side. We need to do something, and that something is going to be Julian Alvarez. Cometh the hour, and by the hour I mean the 77th minute, cometh the man. It's so frustrating. Yet again, we've had a wasteful game. What else can we do? Right, we made a couple of changes tactically. I don't know whether it's going to do anything at this point. I think we're out of time. I don't think we're going to get a goal here. And I'm absolutely furious with the players that they've managed to let this result just completely pass them by. It's so disappointing when we have games like this because there's no reason for it. Like, we have been the better team here, and we've got strikers who can put the ball in the back of the net on a regular basis, and we just go and not even bother, it seems. That's what it feels like. It feels like the players just haven't bothered today. Right, we've made that last change. It's not going to do anything, and that is the end of the game. And I feel like we've thrown 2 points away there. I really do. And I'm throwing the bottle. I don't normally throw the bottle, but you can see the reaction of the players. They know. They know it wasn't good enough. And that's not what we needed for a game that I think is a must-win in the Champions League. I'm absolutely livid with the players that they could not find a way to put a ball in the back of the net after that. Genuinely, I am not happy. Not happy in the slightest. Hopefully we'll do better in the Zenit game. And we are back for the game against Zenit St. Petersburg. And we are going to be hoping that we do a lot better in this game than we did in the last one. Just to have a quick nose, the last game that Zenit played was a loss against Roma. So both in the same position. Realistically, I think, looking at that group, I don't know if it's a disservice to us to say we're playing for third place, but I am very much expecting Roma to be a challenge when we go against them. So hopefully we can get one up on the team that we think we can beat in this game. And this is the 11 we're hopefully going to be doing it with. So it is Lafont in goal, Livramento, Mancini, Zuma and Christiansen in defence, Rice and Soucek in the midfield, Bowen, Hadji and Madueke supporting Brenner up front. I was tempted to start Julian Alvarez, but his match sharpness isn't quite there, so I think we're going to give him 1 or 2 more games off the bench, unless Brenner pulls another blank here, and then at that point I might panic. I mean, I might put Guiri back up front, because Guiri does do a job up front every now and then. But yeah, let's get into this game, and let's see whether we can do a little bit better on the goal front. I know it's not necessarily the end of the world that we drew that game, but I genuinely felt like we just were not putting effort in, which concerns me a little bit, and I hope it's a one-off and not a trend. Let's find out the answer to that question. Let's go. I should say as well, the 2 new fullbacks, Livramento and Christiansen, up until this point, have been superb, along with Mancini as well, actually. They've all been really good. None of the signings have looked out of their depth yet, actually. Tielemans has taken a little while to get going, but you'd almost expect that a little bit for his position. It's a little bit more difficult. He's very creative, obviously, and you know, it might just take a little while to get. Message came up there. Just take a little while to get fully up to speed with the rest of the team. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long, and hopefully, when he comes back into the team, maybe having a little breakout, even though it was a break because of an injury, maybe that refreshes him a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Big long kick from Bernd Leno, who weirdly is playing at Zenit in 3 years' time, apparently. Historians who are watching this in 3 years' time, let me know if that is the case. Zuma now to Mancini. Passing the ball around very nicely. We do score some very pretty goals with a lot of passing every now and then, but sometimes we just need to know how to just put the ball in the back of the net and not worry about it being pretty. Livramento gets it to Declan Rice. Declan Rice playing as the playmaker today. What a ball that is, and Brenner puts it in the back of the net, but will it count? I do think there's a suspicion of an offside there, and I don't know whether it's going to count. I don't know whether it's going to count. We'll never know. We'll never know, because we're just seeing a replay of the goal that may or may not have been. Is he onside? I genuinely can't tell. He is onside. Fantastic. Some kind of message on the screen there would have been great, Football Manager, but okay, you know, we got there in the end. It's a bit weird. Big ball in, look for Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma's there, but it's going to be Mancini who's going to tap it in. And it is 2-0, and maybe my fears of a group of death were vastly exaggerated. Remember, we had Real Madrid last year, and we beat them twice. So maybe, just maybe, we'll come back into the group, and the next time we play Bayern Munich, maybe we will be better than them. I'm not holding my breath on that one, but one can hope. One can absolutely hope. I want to check how that game's doing, actually, the Roma Bayern Munich game. I don't know if they'll be playing today or whether they'll have already played or playing the next game day. I'm not too sure, but I want to know how they do against each other. Big ball over to Brenner. Is Brenner going to get another here? No. Oh, that was so unlucky. He hit against the post. It goes out on the other side. Desperately unlucky from Brenner there, but makes me feel a bit better about the last game that we scored. We've already scored 2 in this half against, in my opinion, Zenit are a decent team. They're not necessarily a world beater, but they're a team that you would expect to be in the Champions League, and you would expect in most groups to get out of their group, or at least go into the Europa League. So I'm not overly convinced that we're just going to have it all our own way in this game, and indeed in the return one. So we do need to treat them with a bit of respect. Bowen's in here, though, not wanting to treat anyone with any respect, but former West Ham player Rogmano, which I've just realised, clearing the lines, but we do still have possession here. Bowen gets it to Ross, over to Madueke. Madueke heads it in, but unfortunately doesn't head it close enough to one of our players. Christiansen, what a ball it is to Madueke. Madueke just, oh my word, that boy has got magic feet. He needs an England call-up. He has been fantastic for us. Maybe a little understated, but he scored plenty of goals, made plenty of goals as well. Mancini just heading it over. I think he deserves a call-up in this universe. But then I've been saying that about Jarrod Bowen, who is not having the best of games at the moment, but Jarrod Bowen's been fantastic for us as well, and he's not had a look in. Hadji whips in, looking for Kurt Zouma, and it scrambles around a little bit, but it is Madueke who scores, goes off in celebration. Don't know what he was doing, just kind of doing this weird little thing, almost doing the Rob Van Dam thing from back in the 90s, early 2000s. God, that makes me feel old. They made a hash of defending that corner, I have to say. Absolute hash of it. They deserve to concede, quite frankly. Big ball in. Brenner's in. Is Brenner going to score, or he's been forced too wide, hasn't he? Is he going to get the ball to someone? That's the question. Gets it to Livramento, into Soucek. It's about the range where he scored his absolute screamer into Rice, back to Livramento, who has been so good since he's come here. Plays it 1-2 with Declan Rice and Jared Bowen. I said he was having a poor game. He's rectified that. It's England potential right back to England potential right winger. It is 4-0. I feel a little bit better after that Fulham game now, just a little bit better. And I feel a little bit better about this Champions League group because if we can get wins against Zenit, then at the very least we will not be finishing bottom of the group and we'll have Europa League football to play for. I would quite like to see how we would do against Roma, actually. Looking at the thing there, it's actually 0-0 between those two teams. So I don't know what I would prefer. And Madueke scored an almost identical goal to the one he scored before. Mancini flicks it on, gets it to Madueke, and Madueke is on a hat-trick. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Yeah, I almost kind of want Bayern Munich to actually beat Roma, if that's okay. FM Gods, if you're listening, because I think that would definitely help us. It would definitely help our cause if that could happen. We'll say that one. Most for everyone. Yeah, everyone looks happy. Let's carry on with some more football. Yeah, if that could happen, Football Manager Gods, that would be delightful. It would be lovely. I don't think it's going to happen though, possibly. I think they look like they're set for a draw. Joshua Kimmich injured for the visiting team. We're going to make a substitution here. Have a look at tired. In fact, Giannis Hadji's picked up a knock, so we are going to bring Zakarian, who is quite tired himself. We're going to bring him on. And then I might rest Livramento. I think James Justin on for a bit of football. And then I'm looking at Julian Alvarez as the final change, but we'll leave that for 10 minutes. Or around 10 minutes. And then we'll make that change. We've been very good today. Zenit have not had a shot on target. Well, not had a shot at all. That's alone on target. They've not had one at all. Right, Alvarez can come on. And he can play the final few minutes. And that will do plenty. And it's still 0-0 between Bayern Munich and Roma. Incredible, quite frankly. Drop a little bit of praise just at the end of the game. And that is that. We win 5-0 against Zenit. I feel a little bit more relaxed. A little bit more relaxed after that one. We'll say that was a good win because it was indeed. Good to see Madueke get a couple of goals. And yeah, that puts us third after 2 games. 1 point behind Roma and 1 point behind Bayern Munich. So everything to play for in this group if you're anyone other than Zenit. And we get a little bit of money as well. And Mancini with a goal and an assist. That is lovely. Right, when are we going to be back? So we are here at the Zenit game. Do you know what? I think we're going to return for these 2 games here. So I'm going to play through from Everton to Wolves, which will include 3 Premier League games, a Champions League game and a Carabao Cup game. We'll come back for the derby against Tottenham and the home game against Roma. And we'll see where we stand after these games and see what we are going to need to potentially qualify from the group. So I think we'll do that in the next episode. Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. Right, I'm going to go to bed because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm quite tired. If you've enjoyed today's video, again, please leave a like on it and consider subscribing to the channel as well for more Football Manager awesomeness. I'm StuBo, you've been fantastic, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye for now.